To throw is Murray. He gets it left side to Johnson. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And they'll run for the first time with Najee Harris. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They run the counter. Harris. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Murray now on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Johnson. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another 1st down. Here's Murray. He's going to air one out. Touchdown! Chase Claypool, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. Kamara's got the first down and then some. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Will Lutz on for the point after. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass in the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
They'll run here with Mack, and he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They hand this off to Harris, and forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. On play action, it's Murray. He'll buy some time, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Marcus Davenport make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. Boswell's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on a field goal there.
I'm sure it is that the kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they hit the home run last drive. 1 play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description, because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach, and let's face it, this season certainly has not gone the way many had expected or at least hoped. And I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier this week.
Yeah, we certainly did, didn't we? Because, let's face it, he's heard the whispers, and they're growing louder that he shouldn't be around next year. He essentially stormed out of that meeting you just referenced with the reporters.
It got his man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big connection on that one. 33 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Winston to give. It's Kamara. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
This defense for the Steelers, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Now it's 2nd and 9.
Off the play fake, Winston. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Winston now. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
I'll Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now Murray off play action. Out to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, but frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray dumps this one off to Mack. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. (10-7) our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. Marquez Callaway deep for New Orleans. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. This will be fielded at the 17. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Kamara gets it again on 2nd down. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
You know, following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
They just do get the play off. Now Winston buying time to his left. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
Play fake. Winston. Thomas has got it. Complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down, because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Winston.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was staying in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. The Saints on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Here's the backup, Jacoby Brissett. Looking long for Thomas.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it.
And the Steelers are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. On first down, they'll start out with Mack. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Now whistles here before the snap, and it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. From his own end zone now, it's Murray.
He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool.
And they're going to get this all the way out past the 20.
They were backed up to start the drive, but how about that aggressiveness? Firing it downfield right away. Nice job there getting out towards what would have been their normal starting position.
They fake the handoff, now Murray.
And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll try the right side with Harris. Oh, now Harris lost it. It's a fumble. The Saints say they have it, and they do. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Play action now. Winston. He'll air it out deep for Thomas.
And, oh, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
third down. Here's Kamara. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So not sure how they feel about that. They had golden field position to start the drive after the fumble recovery, but they went backward and then got 3.
Well, let's go from gold to silver, because the silver lining is they got the 3, right? They didn't take advantage of it. That has to feel like a letdown.
You always stand ready to pounce. Always. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
Good call there on first down. And, Brandon, I'm getting better over the years and not screaming out, screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
Yeah, this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Coach. 41 Mike, right here. 41 Mike. Who you got? I'm here.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it.
I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10.
86 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Working with a 2nd and 4.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
On play action, Winston sliding out of the pocket. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. A lot of effort there for just a 3-yard gain, and now 2nd down.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Six yards left on second down.
Again, it's Kamara. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Each team has its own terminology. Some people call it jumbo, some call it monster, some call it king. But it doesn't really matter. They brought in the big lumber to pick up that first down.
Yeah, you think about goal line defense with the goal line offense that time getting it done.
They'll try to throw now. Winston. They'll roll him out right.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing, Winston.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides, and there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On third down, Winston. Flush to his right. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. He is tough to bring down, Jameis Winston. Yeah, Charles, I remember calling a baseball game of his. He played baseball at Florida State, too, and you saw his legs, tree trunks sprayed in to those baseball pants. I said, how could anybody bring this guy down?
And that's part of the beauty of his game because he has that toughness, that thick body. He may not beat you sprinting, but he's real sharp with his mind, and he knows how to get away from people.
Cameron Hayward in on the tackle.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7.
They run it again with Kamara. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Brissett sets to throw it. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
They go play action. Winston. His throw incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
They got to get it to the 21 here on third down. Gun percent.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
And Lutz's kick is good. And they will take the lead at 13-10. So they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the third quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that
Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. A give. This is Kamara.
114 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
So not quite a first and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Kamara. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Now Winston. It's caught on the right side. Williams. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there, couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
Winston from the gun on third down. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. And the defense coming through on third down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. And Lutz puts this one through. And that extends their advantage to 6. It's 16-10.
A second field goal here this third quarter, and his third of the game so far.
He's been an important part of the offense, that's for sure, and they may need him again before this one's said and done. So I would treat him like a pitcher throwing a no-hitter. Leave him alone and let him focus.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Marcus Davenport in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Final minute now of the third quarter. To try again after the sack. Murray got some room at the 30. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Now how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
Now a dump off here complete, and he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Out of the gun, here's a give to Mack. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st down, they'll stay with Mack on the ground. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Johnson was the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. For whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Kyler Murray keeping it himself from a yard out. And if the Steelers can convert the extra point, they will have the lead. A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter, and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
T.J. Watt in on the tackle.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go, defense. Here we go. 45.
Here's Winston. Throw left side complete. That's Burton. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now Winston. And they work this well upfield across the 45. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
And Kamara with a carry there on 1st down as he works his way forward for a pickup of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Rolling to his right. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
From the gun, Winston. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 25-yard line. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Coming left is Kamara. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Throwing. Brissett. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This for a 4th quarter lead. The kick by Lutz is good. And with that, they will move ahead by 2 here in the 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line.
Another costly turnover, their second of this second half. And earlier when I asked you your keys to the second half, you said, hey, it may be trite, but I think it's turnovers. That's coming to fruition.
It certainly is, and let's face it, they named the game after it, right? So isn't it the most important thing?
It's football.
Exactly. They named the game for it. Take care of it.
And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Second down, and it's Kamara again. Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. 125 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a third down, but they are in field goal range already. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So a big one coming now for Will Lutz. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And Lutz's kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So it's another field goal here. He may need to ice his leg after this one. That's now 5 field goals converted in this game alone.
Yeah, get the trainer. They're going to need this guy. And they've needed every single one of the field goals he's made, too. If they're going to get out of here with a win, I say he gets a game ball.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. A run by Mack to start the drive. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw, Murray. He's got Smith-Schuster, and he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
To throw is Murray. He's going to look deep down the field. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A big play that time through the air. 36 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it out of the gun with Mack. And he's brought down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners.
Extra point put through by Haswell. And the lead is now 2. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still